Well, I hope you guys have been liking our retrospective on all the Hellboy Winter Specials. I love Hellboy Krampusnacht. I think it's one of the best Hellboy one-offs ever. But when it came out, I was really sad that we didn't get that one book a year where all the Hellboy creative talent comes together to create one big bundle of cheer in like a slasher horror film sort of way. But thankfully, this year it's back! I now present to you Hellboy Winter Special 2018. Alright, look, I know we don't have a solid copy of it. We just have a digital copy. But I have editing superpowers, so we're just gonna... I'll make it work. Alright? Shut up. Blech. Aw man, am I happy to have Winter Special back, and to start it off with something so familiar, no less. Our first story is Happy New Year Ava Gallucci, written by Mike Mignola and art by Ben Stenbeck and Dave Stewart. Surprisingly, throughout the Winter Specials, there really aren't many straight-up Hellboy stories. Certainly none written by Mignola solely. This story has that sort of Mignola brand comedy feel to it. It starts off with Hellboy visiting a seance, where some drunk partying aristocrats are trying to talk to their ancestor, who was hung for devil worship hundreds of years ago. Hellboy, of course, is like, no, this is dumb, your medium is definitely a murderer. That's the Ava Gallucci part, by the way. And they're like,
nah, you're just being paranoid. I mean, what would a literal demon from the BPRD know about seances anyway?
Luckily, when it hits the fan, Ava Gallucci ends up getting, how do I describe this? She gets turned into a frog and getting abducted by a demon frog. So nobody innocent got hurt. It also ends on, objectively, one of the best panels ever. And you guys, what did I tell you? Fun and games? Trouble. That's my Hellboy impression. I'm sure that you'll never get tired of that because, yes, I will be doing that impression for the rest of eternity. I shouldn't have to say anything about Stenbeck and Stewart at this point, but if you're new to the Hellboy universe, they're some of the best. I love the way that Stenbeck draws Hellboy so much that I awkwardly bought a Playboy from that mean guy at Barnes & Noble just so that I could have a print version of Return of the Lambton Worm. I live with my grandmother, you assholes. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? The ghost, or demon, zombie, whatever it is, look absolutely disgusting in this issue, which is, by the way, a compliment. Also, I like that Stenbeck gets to draw more people with their soul sucked out, like in Witchfinder Volume 1. Woo! Round circle. Woo. Lost Ones is written and drawn by Fabio Moon and Gabriel Ba, and if you had no idea that this was a BPRD vampire sequel like me, you'll be in for a real treat. The story takes place in Bulgaria, where a group of kukri are trying to ward off evil spirits. The seemingly not quite so evil spirits approach them and tell them just to leave them alone. And in the middle of all this, goddamn Simon goddamn Anders comes marching in on a goddamn bear like, hey guys, you miss me? Here I am. This bear actually turns out to be one of the woodland spirits, who was incarcerated and missing for a long time until Anders rescued her. Anders then promptly tells the kukri to, screw. We finally get a single page drawn by Gabriel Ba, which shows a dismayed Stenner and Hellboy finding out that they had just missed Anders. It's a very bittersweet ending. A lot of people have been awaiting Moon and Ba's return to the Mignolaverse, and it's very clear why. Moon certainly gets the limelight here, and his pencils paired with Stewart's colors really make for some spectacle. Also, I never realized how much I secretly wanted Moon to draw kukri and demons. I especially love how he envisions the spirits. The way they seem to be both people and animals simultaneously is represented really well here, and it's a great touch that makes these talking animals stand out against the other talking animals in the Hellboy universe. Ba only gets one page, but there's a whole lot crammed into it. It's just cool to see him back at all, and I really hope these two come back for more. Finally, with a new lobster story, we have The Empty Chair. Entirely by Tonki Zanjik, this story finds a group of mobsters attempting to take out competition, using the lobster's branding as a scapegoat. Since the lobster isn't keen on plagiarism, of course he ends up taking them out. The titular empty chair ends up serving some poetic irony, as the lobster ends up taking its vacancy. Okay, look, Zanjik is like the lobster artist, so it's kinda hard not to be impressed by this one. The way he draws mobsters is caricatured in the perfect way. It's impossible not to read this book in the correct accent. Also, doing his own colors in this one, seeing the burning red lobster claw come out at the end is just wonderful, and ending this on the gift of the lobster is the perfect Christmas present.
This also segues into Dan's onomatopoeia of the issue.
And I have no idea if this was Zanjik or Robbins, but I am just a really big fan of that rat-tat-tat-tat-tat in the empty chair. Also, gotta give a big shout out to that absolutely disgusting splat in Happy New Year Avagallucci. That's a good one.
Well, I'm certainly happy with this. I love the winter specials, and having them back is enough to light the fires in this fat nerd's heart. I look forward to next Christmas, where I'll probably review Hellboy Krampusnacht, but... Spoilers! Well, it's back to reading from me, but from all of us here at Mignolaverse.com, happy holidays and a happy new year.
Was that the lyrics? I don't remember that movie though. Is that Sabu Doris? That's I think that's the right song. Yeah, that's probably what I'm singing.